For my second sports med project, I did strength and conditioning that focuses on the lower body and the core. My student athlete is Alyssa Flynn. I also worked with her on my first motion analysis project. She had asked me if I could help her improve her strength as well after she found out I was doing strength and conditioning next. As we knew before, she is on the varsity softball team. She regularly attends workouts and she wanted to specifically work in some areas. My goal for this program is to continue building on techniques we used last time and to strengthen her core and lower body, to continue working on her power and provide an overall fitness boost. For our pre-testing, we did the squat test. In 30 seconds, in 40 seconds, she performed 30, and after her heart rate was 90, I recommended that she did more controlled movements to not only isolate her muscle groups, but raise her heart rate. Her plank test, she held for a minute and 30 seconds. I told her that her lower back needs to be flatter and her head needs to be up. She did side hurdle jumps over her bat for two 20-second periods. The first round was 40 jumps and the second round was 38 jumps. I recommended she focus on her breath and not have as much erratic movement. And the last thing she did was in and outs for 30 seconds. She did 33 reps. And I thought her form was overall pretty good, but there's a little bit that could be worked on. For the program, we did 7 exercises that she performed for 2 weeks. I started out with them at a minute each, and she raised them to 3 minutes by the second week. For the first thing she did was burpees. She did 22 in 1 minute. And the second thing she did was 2-leg high knees, and she did 37 of those for 1 minute. The next thing we did was an air squat, and she did 40 of them in 1 minute. I recommended she keep her knees in front or in line with her toes so she's not overextending. And the fourth thing she did was lunges, and she did 37 in 1 minute. These are overall pretty good, except for the fact that she's kind of lazy in the way she bends her knees sometimes. The fifth thing we did were Supermans, where she engages her core and launches her limbs up and down to isolate the muscle groups of the core. She did 32 in 1 minute. And the sixth thing we did were bicycle crunches. She was pretty quick at these. She did 120 in 1 minute. And the last thing we did was controlled mountain climbers. She does this in workouts where they teach them to isolate their core instead of just trying to do as many as possible. So she did 2 lines, one towards me and one away in 1 minute. For her individual work, she performed this program every day for 2 weeks. She mentioned to me that it got easier as the second week finished, and she added time to how long she did each exercise from 1 minute to 3 minutes. Her post-testing was for the squat test. She did a little bit less than previously, so it was more controlled. Her heart rate was 20 beats per minute higher, which made a big difference in her form. Her plank test was increased by 20 seconds, and her form was also improved. And her side hurdle jumps were increased as well and were more controlled as well. In and outs, she said she still kind of struggled with doing those in the end, but I told her if she kept working at it, she could get better at it. And that's all for me. Thank you.